Hi, I'm Michael Herbert, and I'm the host of the Recovery Guide podcast. I'm a person in recovery with over 35 years clean. I've also worked in the field of addiction and mental health for 37 years. Our podcast is going to focus on recovery, from traditional recovery to an expanded view of recovery. What we're going to try to offer you is just a larger view on the possibilities of recovery, things that work and things that may not work for you. I really believe if we try 1,000 things and find the 5 things that work, that works. So our job here is to focus on recovery, give you some ideas, and help you in this process. This podcast is for people with addiction problems, people who are in active recovery, people who have family members and loved ones that they want to engage and move them into recovery, but also understand the need that they need to change also. So we're looking at the entire family in the process of recovery. What you can expect to gain from the podcast is a traditional perspective of what recovery is, and then some outside views, some larger perspectives. So an example might be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Is that about recovery? It certainly is. It's about perseverance. It's about consistency. It's about preparing yourself. It's about not using as you're engaged in this tremendous feat. Recovery is also recovering your dreams. If you've had ideas from a child that were never realized and drugs got in the way of you realizing them, getting off drugs, stopping drinking, and then re-engaging in those dreams, and even having larger dreams is what recovery is about. Recovery is not about getting it perfect. It's about being consistent. And what we want to do is provide consistency and support in you engaging in that process. What qualifies me to be the host of the podcast is, number one, I have a great speaking voice, and people have always said, Michael, you need to do something with your voice. But I also want to really spread that message that recovery is bigger than not drinking and going to meetings. My personal experience of travel and adventure and giving back to others is what I believe recovery is. When I talk about meditation, journaling, grounding, exercise, diet, spirituality, all of these are important ingredients in recovery. And how you get there and how you do them is up to you, knowing that what gets you in the door is abstinence. So first we got to figure out, how do we get abstinent and maintain abstinence? And then let's choose these things. We're going to try 1,000 things and find the 5 that work for us and practice those over a period of time. And some of them will stay with us and some of them won't, and we'll just grab onto others. But again, abstinence gets you in the door. And then what you put into that process once you get in the door is what'll keep you there. As a person that's been an active addict and active in recovery, I know that there's hope out there. As a person who's been on both sides of the fence, I can see that there is hope. I've worked with thousands of people that have been trying to get into recovery, and of those thousands, I've seen thousands of them get better and move on. Sometimes a person will have a slip, but you dust yourself off and you get back into it. Anyone can do this. This is not an impossible challenge, but if you can get the support that you need and the direction and the tools and start to practice them, you can make it. Recovery is an equal opportunity way of life deal for people. You can get this, you can do this, you just don't have to do it alone. I got to tell you, there are many tools in recovery, and my hope is this podcast can give you the tools that you need, or the tools you need to add on to the tools that you already have to maintain your recovery. There's hope out there, and we're here to help.